Well, hello again, everyone. Welcome to Art Regner's video blog for FoxSportsDetroit.com. Welcome to the Sports Corner. And in honor of Jim Leyland and the pennant-winning Detroit Tigers, I am wearing sunglasses because I'm superstitious too. And unfortunately, I'm going to have to do most of the video blog like this because if I don't, you can see the reflection of the screen right in these glasses, and that's even annoying a little bit for me too. So it's going to be pretty much going like this. You pretend like, for those of you that are old enough to remember, I'm like Alfred Hitchcock. Good evening. Anyway, I'm kind of giddy tonight because the Tigers swept the New York Yankees, defeated them by a score of 8-1 to advance to their 11th World Series in franchise history. Tigers' overall record in the World Series is 4-6. So hopefully they can win their 5th World Championship, either against the St. Louis Cardinals or the San Francisco Giants. But this was a great game. It was a great game from the standpoint of the Tiger bats finally arrived. 16 hits, 4 home runs. Just an amazing performance. Actually, it was kind of the performance that I think we expected all year long from the Detroit Tigers. This was the hitting club, the club that pitched very well, and they did again today. Only 2 hits by the Yankees, and we can go on and on and on about the Yankees, but hopefully, finally, someone is taking notice of the Detroit Tigers and their pitching staff. And when this team is on, they're very, very difficult to beat, even though it was a tough regular season. And I think why people like me were so frustrated is that the performance we saw tonight, I wish we would have seen more during the regular season, but right now it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. They've won the pennant. The Tigers have won the pennant. So congratulations to them, and I really feel very, very happy for a couple of people here. Certainly owner Mike Ilitch, who has put a lot of time and effort into this team. You have to feel good for Mr. I. But I really feel good for Johnny Peralta, who I thought maybe should have been the MVP of this series. Nothing against Delman Young. He was great. But Johnny Peralta was great on both sides of the ball, so to speak. He hit home runs. He had a key 2-run shot today to make it 6-0 for the Tigers. And I thought that he played very, very well. And I really tip my cap to him because he did not have a great regular season, but he has turned it on and has really been the Tigers' overall leader, I think, on defense and on offense for the Tigers. So I tip my cap to him. Another Tiger I'm really, really happy for is Max Scherzer. I thought that what Dave Dombrowski said, and I know a couple of video blogs ago, I even talked about it. I just think that if there is a baseball god out there, then it was poetic justice that Max Scherzer gets this win and closes it out for the Tigers, and he gets the win for the to advance them to the World Series. After what he did go through this year, losing his brother, just a lot of heartache. But Max, we tip our cap to you. Way to go! I thought that was just absolutely tremendous, and it was, it's overwhelming at times like this when the team that you follow your whole life actually accomplishes something. Certainly the World Series is the ultimate goal, but I can remember, and maybe it was because way, way, way back when, only 2 teams actually qualified for the playoffs, the champion of the AL and the champion of the NL, or the American League and National League. And so winning the pennant used to really, really mean something. I mean, the Tigers win the pennant. The Tigers win the pennant. Winning the pennant was almost as good as actually winning the World Series. And so I get excited about the Tigers winning the pennant. I mean, advancing the World Series, certainly I want them to win. I'm not saying the season's over, but winning the pennant is cool, man. I mean, that's a good thing, and congratulations to the Tigers. Looking ahead, if there is one fear that I have, and back in 2006, I actually traveled to St. Louis, and I was on the road with the Tigers a lot. Radio station I worked for back then sent me to Chicago in different road venues, and so I got a pretty good feel for the 2006 Tigers. And on the Friday before the first game of the World Series, which was a Saturday night game here in Detroit, I can remember several Tigers came over to the radio show I was doing at Chelly's Chili, sat down and started talking, and I could just get the feeling, because they had that long layoff, that they thought that they had already won the World Series. You could just see they were brimming with confidence, and then what did they do? They only won one game. They lost in 5 games to the Cardinals. It was a brutal series. The pitchers couldn't field. No one could hit. Polanco was Robinson Cano like 0 for 23 or something. I mean, it was just a bad series. Back then in 2006, it took me back to 1995 when the Red Wings were the prohibitive favorites to beat the New Jersey Devils in the 1995 Stanley Cup Final. And, of course, they did not. They were swept by the Devils. I got a feeling back then with that team that they were a little overconfident. Now, the two things that the 95 and 2006 Red Wings had in common is that they were a relatively inexperienced as far as playoffs and young club as far as being on the ultimate stage in their sport. I don't think that's going to happen to the Tigers this year. Even though they have to start the series on the road, and we'll get into it in a later video blog, how maybe Justin Verlander's antics cost his team home field advantage in the All-Star game when he decided, I'm just going to throw and not pitch. And, of course, he was lit up for, 5 runs in the first inning. But we'll get to that later. You know, I'm excited. I'm jumping all over around. But my point being is that I don't think the long layoff is going to hurt the Tigers like it did in 2006 because I think they're a different club. I think Leland understood what happened in 2006. I'll have a different plan, and even though they're not really going to play anybody unless, I don't know, U of D's or Wayne State's or Michigan State's baseball team comes down to scrimmage them or something. I mean, they're going to be going against each other, but I do think that they'll be able to handle it better and handle this layoff better. That is my major concern. I think the starting pitching is going to be there. I expect Miguel Cabrera to get better. I expect Prince Fielder to get better in the World Series. So I think the Tigers have a very, very good chance no matter whomever they play. Another thing, I'm going to get into this later too, this whole designated hitter, and Delman Young's probably going to have to play left field, which will be a bit of an adventure in the National League Park because he's hitting so well. But overall, a great series. Anytime you sweep the New York Yankees, you've done something. The Tigers are the first team to beat the Yankees in back-to-back playoff years since the New York Giants did it in the 20s. So I think Prohibition was still going on back then. And you know the Tigers are going to be doing a few drinks tonight. Anyway, that'll do it for this edition. I know it's a rambling one. I'm all over the board, but I'm really, really happy. Congratulations to the Tigers for winning the American League Pennant. Congratulations to advancing to the World Series for the 11th time. And I'm really happy for Max Scherzer and really Johnny Peralta. I mean, they really came through. And I just have to say that it was a good series. And I don't think I'm ever going to do another video blog in glasses because it is really, really dark. But until we meet again, which will be tomorrow for the football picks, I'm Art Regner. Have a safe and pleasant one, everyone. We'll see you. Bye-bye.